Be the change. No excuses. Be the change. Be the change. Okay, so what is it? A podcast or about healing, about releasing all old wounds, releasing old programs, releasing old restrictions, releasing all the shoulds with perhaps you could do that. Releasing all the stuff that is no longer serving us in our life. That's my goal in my life. And that's what I've been doing for the past 20 years maybe. And I can assure you that should you choose to be the change, go within and make the changes, you are going to reap all the benefits. And your life is going to feel so much better. Yeah. All right. So great spirit, Father God, higher power. What is the overall for this reading today? Be impeccable with your word. Let go of self-judgment and blame. This is difficult. This is difficult, and this is a huge issue around us. Like, everyone wants to blame someone else, and I could too. Like, I've been doing it for I've been doing that too for 20 years. I was blaming others. I was giving all my power away. I was blaming them. I gave all the responsibility to them. If they wounded me, they had to fix it. If they did this, then they had to do that. If they did this, they had to do that. I hate them. I'm going to do this. This is this. And I walked around like that for years and years and years, and it absolutely fixed nothing. And so after years of nothing being fixed, I had to reassess and redo my own little mental thing. Like, I wanted things to change, and this is apparently obviously not working. Trying other people to change, trying to make them change, or to have them come around and apologize or undo what they did. They can't do that. And so what you got to do is just to find your inner self, your true self, because everything that you think you are, you're probably not. And so with self-judgment is a big part of it, because most of the time I find that people find it very hard to say, like, I really appreciate the person that I am. I am glad that I am the way that I am. I'm trying my best to do this and that, and I'm very grateful to have the skills and the however you want to talk about yourself. It's very difficult for most people to do that in a positive way, because now they're going to be selfish or they're going to be self-absorbed. But there's a difference between pretending to be and to appreciate what you are. There's a big difference. And so self-judgment and blame, none of them very good for you. It's going to mess up your life in one way or the other. If you walk around blame other people, and you can do it. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging myself for have done it either. I did it for years. And so, but it just doesn't give anything back. Like, it's just wasting time, energy, perhaps money, like feelings, digging yourself into a more darker place and all that stuff. And so self-judgment and blame. And I'm curious because I understand the self-judgment. I've been going through that a lot, and I found the spirit gave me he told or whatever it or however it is, told me, came into download, be your own best friend and give yourself a good hug. And I was the worst person to myself at the time. I literally was telling myself all the things that I had been told while growing up, and this is not what I believed in. So I was walking around thinking that I was nothing worth, not even a scrap underneath your shoe, not even that. So no self-worth whatsoever. And so the self-judgment and blame and finding within yourself to be your own best friend. And if you're gonna be your own best friend, you have to start treating yourself better. So that's the whole philosophy, would be your own best friend and give yourself a good hug. And I'm curious because being impeccable with your word, I'm not sure how that translates into those two things, but let's see what it says. Being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. So you take responsibility for your actions, and then I've done that many times too. If I did something really stupid, which I've done a million times, something really stupid, Usually when you act out of fear, you do things that are really stupid, and you do it quite often, because if you're always in fear, that's what's going to come out. And so, but don't judge yourself for the choices that you made. You can go back and you can apologize. Like, I am sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And then you have to go within and figure out, why did I do that? That was so crazy. I hope I never do that again. Or let me try and do my best so I don't ever do that again. And then you can work on yourself little by slowly. And that's how we change ourselves. And also you will change the circumstances happening around you. So, and don't judge yourself for having done those things. It's okay. Like, it's a learning process. Like, you start here completely unconscious, plopping out on planet Earth, somewhere on this planet, plopping out, there you are, and now you're in the hands of whoever these people are who are supposed to teach you about life. And as far as I know, it's unconscious almost everywhere. So any kind of upbringing that you get is going to be unconscious. And so there you go, that's the first step. And here you are. Now you're on the life journey towards like awakening, or towards, awakening and presence, from being unconscious to presence. And so the trials and the tribulations and the choices that you make, you do not have to judge yourself, because they're all a part of the training. Like, if the great divine sees that you soul out there, if you had just experienced that, then maybe you could learn this lesson, and it would bring you back to your path. And so you're going to get lessons that you need to learn in order to figure out how you can solve it. And now you're back on your path. And that's that's your soul path. This is their mission, to go from like unconscious to awakened conscious. And so do not judge yourself for it, or blame yourself nor others. Like, it just is what it is. And sometimes the isness of other people can have horrible consequences, which I'm also very aware of. It can happen. Like, you can have big issues after the treatment that other people gave you. And unfortunately, they cannot come in and fix it for the most part. Sometimes you need a doctor, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can, but you can also ask the great divine, like, help me heal. Like, what do I need to do to heal my mind, body, and soul? What do I need to do to heal? And if your focus is on healing, you're going to get all the lessons that you need in order to heal. And you will. You absolutely will. Okay, so Esther and Abraham Hicks says, virtual reality is a process where you get to choose everything about this moment in time. So right this moment in time, virtual reality, I get to choose. I get to choose everything about this moment in time, just like a director in a movie would do. To begin this process, you would first decide, where does this scene take place? So this is about manifestations and putting yourself in the scenarios that you want to see in your life. Let's see how you show up today, or how this person of archetypes, this is the journey from unconscious to awakened, and the human life and the human choices and the human opportunities, the human situations, everything human that we go through in our lives that we can encounter is represented within these cards. And that is a beautiful thing. We can gain a lot of insight, we can gain wisdom, we can gain tips and tricks on, oh, maybe I should try that, or maybe I could try that, maybe I could try and see it in a different way, maybe I could choose that, maybe I can do it a little bit differently. So there can be a lot of things that you can take from these cards and these archetypes and these situational experiences that are explained in the cards. And so let's see. Okay, someone's showing up trigger happy and soaking wet, humming a song not even made yet. And so very happy, everything is great, there's abundance, there's happiness, it's a yes, yeah, you were in the moment. This is like the kind of joy, this is the kind of joy that you get when you're in presence. You're present. It can also be like you have an expectation about something, so you're actually in the future a little bit and very excited about it, or something just happened, you're very excited about it, you're very happy about it, glad that it happened and all that jazz. And it can also be like the presence, like just being present. Doesn't have to be anything from the outside that happened. Didn't have to be anything that you did or something like that. This can just be simply by being present. Thoughts out there for a little bit. Ooh, it's quiet. How funny. I've never thought it could ever be quiet, completely quiet, and just hearing the sounds way out there. and being present. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to be in. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, good luck. Opportunity around the corner. Karma card. The Wheel of Fortune. This is beautiful, like the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. And also, you know, with the power of attraction, the law of attraction, like if you have these two elements, you have the joy, you have the gratitude, you have the what's it called, like higher level emotions, or and you manifest, and you've been doing the right things, you've been taking care of your side of the street, so that you maintain the things that you can change and leave the rest that you cannot change. That's for someone else. And basically, when you break it down, it comes into yourself. This is what you can change, which is the last thing that we want to look at sometimes, but that's where the gold is. So someone is showing up really nicely here. Let me see what's helping out if we do, let me see. I want to try to see. Okay, so in regards to family life, 3 of Cups, good. Celebrate with friends, reunite with someone. Family can also be like, if you're like me, that you don't have a family of your own, then perhaps these are your friend group, or it can be your whichever people you connect with. And success, perhaps and something moving forward. So perhaps you are in the process of creating a family. With all this good stuff going on here, it's no wonder you're going to attract, like when you're in this energy of lightness, you're in this energy of kindness, or you're in this energy of gratitude. Thank you so much. I have no complaints whatsoever, or however you want to do it. If you can muster in this core feeling of just goodness, or like feeling good, then this is what you're going to attract in, and it's going to show up in every area of your life. And so work life though. Justice. Okay, so you're going to find justice in your work life. If things have been out of sorts, then there's going to be justice coming in, and there is some strong leadership. Perhaps you are a leadership type, or perhaps there is someone at your workplace that you are connecting to, or this can be a boss. This can be anyone in your workplace that is of good reputation. They're of good character. They have integrity, and they have confidence, and they know what they're doing. They're skilled, and they know what they're doing, and they love their job. They do it with passion. They love what they do, and they're very expressive of that to others. And you're going to find justice. So you're bringing all this good fortune with you, and you are just a magnet of goodness. And that's a beautiful place to be in. Like, that's where you want to be. That's when life starts to be real easy, because everything just comes to you. So when you do this work of like peeling out the layers, like peeling it off, toss, don't need it anymore, not serving me anymore, not serving my path, not serving my purpose, I'm going to get rid of it. And then you're holding this core frequency of gratitude and the goodness and all that good stuff. You're going to be, oh my gosh, so happy that you did. So in health, Judgment, awakening sometimes. Like when I was 220 pounds and in a horrible shape, I had a rude awakening. Oh gosh, this is how I am. Oh no, this is how I am. This is how I'm gonna have to walk around in my life. I felt horrible. I had pain everywhere. My body was completely wore out of abuse over years and years of abuse. So misaligned, just so difficult. It was a horrifying experience to get sober and to realize what kind of shape I was in. No more hiding, no more medicine, no more trying to run away from everything or distract myself. I had to face exactly where I was at. It was difficult, it was painful, but usually healing is kind of painful. But it's the most rewarding thing too. And once you have this epiphany, like in regards to your health, wherever you are, is to take care of your heart, maintain the Page of Cups is here. So learn something new about yourself. Use your intuition, like be more open, maybe with the surroundings around you. Be more like open-hearted, but not like without boundaries. You can be kind and you can have compassion and all that stuff, but you also have to be able to assert yourself so that you don't become a people pleaser. You don't want to be that and that's just a waste of time. So practice whatever you got to do. I've been a people pleaser my whole life, and it served me no good, and also was probably really annoying. I'm realizing now, I thought I was really nice and kind and all that, but I think it was rather more annoying sometimes for people, because it always happens like that. When I'm out of balance, something is out of balance for the other person too. So finding the boundaries, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing rude about it. There's nothing selfish about it. It is just to keep your space safe so that you have your area and other people know how far they can go towards you. And it works really well like that. And people embrace it really well. They're not going to be mad at you or upset or you're going to lose them forever. That's the trauma response. But so you're sitting here, you're not worried about that. If you were worried about that, then maybe some different stuff could come up here. But taking care of your health, whatever age you are at, it doesn't matter. It always is a smart thing to take care of your health. And we all kind of know what is a good thing to do for our health. And if you don't know where to go and what to do about your health, then talk to a doctor. You can Google it on YouTube. You can pray about it, like, hey, what can I do to improve my health? And then the answers, like suggestions, will come to you. And then if you go into those things, you are going to improve how you feel in this body. And this body is going to carry you throughout this lifetime on planet Earth. So it's kind of important in my point of view. Is very important, because if you walk around in pain, or you walk around and you're like, you can't hardly walk from here to there because it makes you too tired, can't really get out of the car, it's too heavy, like can't lift yourself up anymore, that's a horrible way to live. Now you're a prisoner inside of your own self. So however you can do to make this body work for you, so you can move around easily in this planet, so that you can be with your family, so that you can do a good job, so that you can stand up for yourself, and you can be feeling good about yourself. And it's not so much about like what the number on the scale is. It's not about that. It's the number of how good you feel about yourself, how easy it is to move around, how what's it called? How vibrant you're feeling. Hobbies. How about your hobbies? Most people, I think a lot of people don't really take too care of the hobbies. Yeah, it's out in the cold and bad luck. Okay, financial loss and poverty, feeling left out in the cold. This is like perhaps like usually, but this makes sense too. Like you get a family, maybe you have 3 kids. There are 3 people in this card. If you have 3 kids, you're going to be a very busy person, and so. Or if you're trying to create a family, like that's going to take your time too, because you have to find these people, you have to go out there, you have to put things together. So however, families take time because you have to commit to someone else, and now you're in a commitment. And so when we are, and then still you might have to work, and you might have to take care of things, and also your health, you got to take care of your health, and then you're showing up with your hobbies. They might not get all the attention that they deserve, but should you choose, if you should choose to focus a little bit in on whatever hobbies that you have, maybe you can turn it into something that is going to be very successful for you. Or it can be successful in, like, money wise, but it can also be successful in how you feel about yourself even more. Like take all the sunshine and put some passion to it and create something. Maybe you can put something beautiful out there in the world. This life that we're living, the society that we're living in, it's not really encouraging adults to find your pencils and your coloring or whatever sewing kit or whatever, however you want to create something, paint or build or wood or whatever you want to put together and create something beautiful just because you can. Just because you can. It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. It doesn't have to be gorgeous. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything. You can even toss it away if you don't like it. And then you can make another one just to have fun with the creation of it. And to bring something different into your life. Something that is just for you. And you can be in your own space and breathe and meditate and sit with yourself for a little bit and ponder on these things that you want to create. And hobbies can be so many things. Maybe you like to be out walking. Maybe you like to go camping. Maybe you like to go fishing. Maybe you like to golf, or maybe you like there's so many hobbies that we can have. And I think it's very important for us as humans to have something like that in our lives. How about romance? Romance. Two of Pentacles. Balance and juggling. Stressed about money. And then Six of Cups. Yes, so with everything going on in life, it is, of course, you got to keep the balance. You got to keep your bills. You got to take care of your family, or you got to take care of the things that you already have. And you got to take care of these things and balance things out. So juggling, Six of Cups, soulmates, friends. So there is someone here in your life. This can be a friend. This can be a partner. It can be a romantic partner or a friend partner, or, you know, a business partner, whatever. But romance, we're in the romance. So balancing, juggling, finding space for it. Creating space for it. If you're a very busy person and you have a lot of stuff that you do, you have to create space for it and make room for someone else to be able to come into your life, and then figure it out from there. But the Six of Cups, this is really good. So either you have a really good relationship already in your life, or perhaps there is, with this going on, you being all this joy and all this positivity, and the Wheel of Fortune, like, so good karma. So I think wherever you set your sights with that frequency going on, wherever you set your sights, like, where does this scene take place? Where do you want this scene to take place? Now you can start building this manifestation in your mind. And building manifestation is really good to do, especially when you have good karma and you are on a very positive vibration. So shadow work. Ten of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Okay. Wow. Shadow work on Ten of Pentacles. So shadow work, sometimes I know you can be, you can have fear of failure. You can also have fear of success. And so also, like, if you're used to growing up, or like if you're used to living in poverty, or you're used to living with no money, or having to receive charity and stuff like that, then sometimes it's a mindset thing. Sometimes you can flip around in your head how you think about these things, so that you can allow yourself to be abundant. Allow yourself to, oh, I have abundance flowing into my life, and it's okay. Like, you deserve it. You have earned it, and you're on this good frequency. And then how can you work on the blockages so that you can invite this into your life? And perhaps it goes hand in hand with the hobbies that you have. Perhaps there is a hobby that you could do, and if you did it, you would like allow yourself to gain this massive income, or this massive reward for it, and allow that to come in. And also with the with all this goodness and the positiveness and all these layers and all the healing that you must have done to show up like this, and good kudos on you. Healing is the best. Like, that is the best. It's going to change everything in your life, and it's really worth it. And so if you have all this going on, then, and also here, like with the juggling and balance, and perhaps like there is something like, there's probably no one like that out there. Like, maybe I have too many things that I'm requiring for this to work for me in a relationship. Perhaps there is perhaps you don't feel good enough. Like, perhaps you don't feel good enough for this connection to come in. Perhaps attraction or a crush, the Lovers, loving what you are doing, and perhaps you don't feel good enough for to allow it in fully. And so the shadow work then would be about self-worth and all abundance. So self-worth and abundance, like, how can you feel like you're worthy of all the abundance in this world? You can choose what you want. You don't have to take it all. You don't have to get it all. You can just like what you need and have the abundance in your life. Abundance also comes in many forms with your time. Not be wasting time on toxic things, places, things that don't serve you. It can come with the money, like to have enough that you, but don't be greedy or go into like resistance to it, just allowing it to flow. It can be with your what kind of resources do you have in your life? Are you utilizing them? Are you taking advantage, or like, are you utilizing all the resources in people, places, and things that you have in your life that you can improve with? Or are you allowing yourself to take advantage of that? Not in a bad way, but to build and to grow things. And the Tower, big change. So that's hovering over your reading, which is a big change, which is kind of scary, but also, yeah, well, kind of scary. Spiritual growth. Tower and spiritual growth. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Spiritual growth is beautiful, and it's about the internal work that you do. That's the spiritual work. That's how you gain the spiritual wisdom. That's how you gain the insights. That's where you find the answers. That's where you're gonna get like, oh, ancient wisdom. Oh, she's so wise. She's way beyond her years. Or he's so smart. He is way beyond his years, and he's so this and that and powerful. And this is where you're gonna get all the power and find the power. It's within yourself. You already have it. It's already there, ready to be unraveled and appreciated. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, it loves, it respects the same beautiful light in you. And until next time.